Looking for a smoother ride, to increase your payload, or a better stance? Then Eaton Detroit Spring has the answer.
Spring parts for every American vehicle on the road today. We also have all the extras you'll need to get the job done.
No one understands springs better than Eaton Detroit Spring.
Need something custom? Our in-house design staff can help.
Our springs will not only help you tow better, they'll get you back to your favorite fishing hole.
This is my friend Mike Eaton. He's from Detroit, Michigan. He's in the spring business. I'll tell you all about that later. And he's down here visiting with me because it gives me an opportunity to show Mike all about how you go red fishing with Mark Noble down here off the Georgia coast. He's never done this before. And what's your biggest redfish, if any?
None. Absolutely none.
It's easy to set a record when you haven't caught any, right?
Doesn't take a heck of a lot.
That's
does it?
right.
Yeah.
I'll show you all about it, being tutored by Mark Noble today. And we'll get to more of it. They're already biting, Mark? I promise I'll show you how we got this done. Oh, look at, get it, get it.
I don't have time to talk. Fish won't leave us alone.
What have you got on here, man?
It don't feel like a shark.
Not doing that head shaking?
No.
You're getting closer, and it is another shark.
A larger bonnet head.
And I got one going over here. Here you are. Boy, big bonnet heads, aren't
That
they?
is a sizable bonnet head.
That's a good sized shark there.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That's,
it
I
is.
think that's the biggest bonnet head I've ever seen.
Well, I can tell you one thing, he weighs a few pounds, and he's not happy.
Boy, he's barely hooked there too.
We're gonna let him go. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna argue.
You're not gonna argue with him. Come on.
Oh, look.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Now, what we're fishing here is a big flat area. And this is the mouth of the Satilla River, I think, is it not, Mark?
That's correct.
Mouth of the Satilla River. We're in water that right here is about 30 feet deep, and right up there by now it's only, well, it's 9 feet deep. Is that right, Mark?
That's correct.
Okay, and the incoming tide is going this way, so we anchor up, throw in that direction right there, and as the fish work along the flat right there, we'll chum up and put some bait in the water. Hopefully we can get them to bite, and we've been on it for 3 days now and really catching them. And you think you got it red this time?
Yeah, I'm not too
Maybe
sure
not,
now.
huh? Came
It
in
started
awfully
off
quick.
that way.
No, it's
No,
just a bigger shark.
That's bigger shark.
Doggone it. That's okay. I fished down here with Mark Noble many times during the year, and this is generally the rig that we use for redfish, on occasional tarpon, a little bit heavier tackle for the tarpon. Using an ugly stick tiger rod, 20-pound test Cajun red. This is the Fluger Medalist. It's a 6870, pretty good size reel, and it holds about 350 yards of 20-pound test line. We go to a swivel, just a little barrel swivel. What kind of knot is this? Just a loop knot?
That's just a surgeon's knot.
Surgeon's knot, okay. To a 100-pound shock leader. Because we're in a heavy current right now, we're using a 6-ounce lead, and there's a knot, see, to keep the lead from bouncing all the way down to the hook. We've got a 5-aught Daiichi hook and a 100-pound shock leader, and we're using cut pogies or menhaden, and we want to hook him just about like this. Mark has shown me about how to do that, and leave a lot of the hook exposed, and you can chunk it out there pretty good ways.
There's really nothing better than seeing a person, whether it's an adult or a child, laying back into a fish and the line actually coming off the reel. You know, there is a drag on a reel for a purpose, O'Neill. Many people
I like
don't
to
know that.
Well, when I used to bass fish tournament, they called me No Drag.
No drag.
No Drag Williams.
Well, you know, O'Neill, I probably can believe that.
Again?
I do believe it is.
Yes, it is.
I can tell the
He's
feel
going
of
to
them.
the left. Let me go underneath you. Oh, he saw the boat.
Yep.
Lift up. There you go.
Trying to keep them out of that motor.
Right by you, O'Neill, right by you. Is that him?
That's him. Another shark. And this one too. Mike, you take that one?
Can I take this rock?
I'll be right with you. Take a number.
Yeah. This is a...
That's a different one.
Yeah, what kind is this, Mark?
Kind of a small dusky shark.
Dusky.
Yeah, he'll bite the snot out of you too.
He won't bite me.
They all bite, yeah.
He won't bite me.
Guarantee you that.
When you come out here and fish, it's not like you're going to sit there and not do anything for a long time. You know, these kind of fishing trips right here this time of the year are very, very action-packed. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get next, a redfish, a shark, a tarpon. I mean, anything can happen out here.
Looking for a smoother ride, to increase your payload, or a better stance? Then Eaton Detroit Spring has the answer.
Spring parts for every American vehicle on the road today. We also have all the extras you'll need to get the job done.
No one understands springs better than Eaton Detroit Spring.
Need something custom? Our in-house design staff can help.
Our springs will not only help you tow better, they'll get you back to your favorite fishing hole.
Pick it up and start reeling. Oh, he
Nope,
got
he's
off.
off.
That was a shark. When they get off like that, it's pretty easy to tell it's a shark. And
Why is that?
Well, a red he's a bottom critter. You know, he's got his mouth under here,
Okay.
and he just scours along the bottom. He's got a long nose that he can root around on the bottom. He's basically a bottom. He feeds on anything, but he's basically a bottom critter. And with that mouth he has down there, when he comes in, he smells that, it's gone. The shark, like small sharks like this, they pick it up and they'll chew on it,
chew it, so
and
he
chew
can,
it
he's
and
got
bite it and get it down in their mouths.
He's got an opportunity to spit it out.
That's right. Well, that's why you see so much action on the rod tip, because he picks it up and drops it and chews it and tries to get it in his mouth. And a red, got it.
Once he's got it, it's his. He owns it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You betcha.
He's hungry. He's eating.
Yes, indeed.
Year One's Keith Manny is here with an application that's surprising, really, for the effect.
Yep, this is springtime, I guess you can say. It's not really springtime, it's cold out here, but these are replacement springs from Eaton Detroit Spring, one of our major suppliers.
You don't think of that, do you?
Yeah. No, you don't. If you've got an older vehicle, though, you probably do.
Or should.
Yeah, particularly if you use it to tow or something like that. Because over time, you know, metal fatigues and weakens. You know, you ever take a paper clip and bend it back and forth and it breaks? That's what's known as work hardening. It actually changes the molecular structure of the metal through use. What happens to a spring? You know, it does that all the time. So over time, they fatigue and they lose their tension. Right? Your vehicle will start to sag. If you're using it to tow or something like that, it can become unsafe even. Right? So, an older vehicle, an easy way to tune up the suspension is actually replace the springs.
Okay.
Nothing to it, really. They're kind of heavy and ugly, you know, but easy enough to do. Another thing you can do with, like, Eaton Detroit Springs, they build their springs from factory OEM blueprints, you know, so that if you've got a certain model of pickup, they'll say, okay, we've got the blueprints for that. We'll build you a duplicate of the original.
Oh boy, that's good.
Or if you want to say you had a standard pickup and you wanted a heavy-duty spring, like used in a towing package, they can do that for you.
Change it.
Yeah, and it'll be the right spring for that application. They can also make you lowering springs or raising springs or whatever you want. You know, I've got a thing that when I get a vehicle, it's never right. It's either too low or too high, right? So I either want to lower the thing or raise the thing, depending on what the vehicle is. With Eaton Detroit Springs, you can do all that.
That's Eaton, E-A-T-O-N.
E-A-T-O-N.
Eaton Detroit Springs, and a great, cool tooltip.
Don't hold that rod tip up. You're in the-
Another shark.
Sorry, I thought I had enough slack there.
Well,
Did you lose it?
he got off, which is good. Almost broke my wrist, but he got off. All right, son. Keep it going. Don't let him rest.
He's giving up one last fight.
What's the deal here?
Talk to me, O'Neil.
What's the deal here? I don't understand.
You got clock, now it's got things to pulling back some string now.
Uh-huh. I understand that. I'm hearing it. Perfect. Great technique.
That's because this TV show I watch shows me how to do this. Just like you do it